the infinite garden, nourishing the world through the heart of oneness. Welcome to the world. Today, we are stepping into the most beautiful place in existence, the infinite garden. We often look at nature as something outside of us, something we visit on weekends or see in pictures. But in the reality of oneness, the earth is not a thing. It is a living, breathing part of the source. It is the physical body of the great life. Every tree, every blade of grass, and every drop of water is a word spoken by the divine. When we learn to live consciously, we are not just saving the planet. We are honoring our own body. Today, we will use mind cleaning to wash away the idea that we are separate from the soil and the sea. We are going to learn how to nourish the world by recognizing that we are the garden and the gardener at the same time. 1. The one green breath. The first secret of the infinite garden is the secret of the breath. In the world, we think that we breathe on our own. We think our lungs are private machines. But when you stand in a forest, you realize the truth of oneness. The trees are breathing out what you are breathing in, and you are breathing out what the trees are breathing in. There's only one green breath happening across the entire planet. You are literally interconnected with every leaf on every branch. Through mind cleaning, we realize that the air is the hand of the source connecting us all. If the air is one, then we are one. When you realize this, conscious living stops being a set of rules and starts being a love letter to the source. You wouldn't want to poison the air because that air is your own life. You wouldn't want to hurt the trees because they are your own external lungs. This recognition changes your vibration. You move from being a consumer to being a cell in the great life. You realize that every time you take a deep, grateful breath, you are communicating with the entire world. When you walk through the garden with this awareness, you move differently. You don't trample the grass, you bless it. You don't waste the water, you honor it. You see that the environment is just another word for yourself. The small self wants to take and take, thinking it can fill a hole inside. But the heart of oneness knows it is already full. From this fullness, you naturally want to nourish the garden. You want to live in a way that allows the one green breath to be pure and strong. You are no longer a stranger on the earth. You are a partner with the source. By simply breathing with awareness, you are nourishing the spirit of the world. You are recognizing that the garden is not outside. It is the very space in which you live and move. 2. The alchemy of the soil. In the world, we often look at the soil as dirt. We think it is something messy or unimportant. But the soil is the womb of the source. It is where the invisible power of the great life turns into visible food and beauty. Every fruit you eat is a gift from the silence of the earth. Through mind cleaning, we must remove the ingratitude that makes us forget where our life comes from. We must realize that the body we carry is literally made of the earth. Every atom in your bones was once a part of a star, a mountain, or a grain of sand. When you practice the alchemy of gratitude toward the soil, you are practicing conscious living. You realize that how we treat the ground is how we treat our own ancestors and our own future. If we treat the earth with chemicals and hate, we are feeding ourselves a vibration of death. But when we nourish the soil with love and respect, we are eating vibration of life. This is the true meaning of nourishing the world. It starts with the mind seed. If you plant seeds of peace in your mind, you will naturally want to plant seeds of health in the ground. A master of the garden knows that there is no waste in the source. A fallen leaf becomes the food for the next flower. This is the circle of oneness. In the world, we try to throw things away, but there is no away. Everything stays in the garden. When you live consciously, you simplify your life. You realize you don't need more things, you need deeper connection. You start to recycle your energy, your thoughts, and your resources. You become an alchemist who turns decay into growth. You see that even the mud of your life, your past mistakes, and pains can be used as fertilizer for your wisdom. By honoring the soil, you are honoring the substance of the divine. You are standing on holy ground, and every step you take is a prayer of thanks to the great life. 3. The river of allowance. Water is the blood of the infinite garden. It flows through the mountains, the rivers, and your own veins. In the world, we have forgotten that all water is the same water. The drop of rain that falls today was once part of an ocean 1,000 years ago. It has been through the clouds, through the trees, and through the bodies of all living things. Water is the ultimate teacher of oneness because it never stops moving and it never loses its nature. It always finds the lowest place and fills it. It always finds a way around an obstacle. To live in the heart of oneness is to become like water. We use mind cleaning to remove the dams and walls we have built in our hearts. These walls are our judgments and our fears. They stop the flow of the source. When you are stagnant, you become like a pond that is not moving. You become sour and dark. But when you are in the river of allowance, you are always fresh. You allow a great life to flow through you to nourish the world. You don't try to hold onto your blessings. You let them flow to others, knowing that the source is an infinite fountain. Conscious living means respecting the path of the water. When we pollute the rivers of the world, we are polluting the external blood of the One. When we waste water, we are showing the source that we do not value the liquid light of life. A person who lives in the garden sees every glass of water as a holy communion. They drink with awareness, and they protect the water with their actions. They realize that the thirst of the world is not just for physical water, but for the living water of love and truth. By being a clear channel for the source, you nourish everyone you meet. You become a spring in the desert. Your presence refreshes the tired and gives hope to the thirsty. You are the river, and you are flowing home to the ocean of one. 4. The sunlight of awareness. No garden can grow without light. In the infinite garden, the light is not just the sun in the sky. It is the sun of awareness in your heart. In the world, many people are walking in the dark. They are sleepwalking through their lives, consuming things without thinking and hurting the earth without knowing. Darkness is simply the absence of awareness. When you wake up to oneness, you are turning on the light. Your awareness is what nourishes the world because it brings order to the chaos. Through mind cleaning, we realize that our thoughts are rays of light. If your thoughts are dark and heavy, you are casting a shadow on the garden. But if your thoughts are bright and full of faith, you are helping the seeds of peace to grow. Conscious living is the act of shining. It means being aware of where your food comes from, how your clothes are made, and how your words affect others. You aren't doing this because you are guilty. You are doing it because you are radiant. You want your life to be a reflection of the source. When you bring the sunlight of awareness to the world, you see the beauty that others miss. You see the miracle in a ladybug and the wisdom in a storm. This seeing is a form of nourishment. When you look at a tree with love, that tree feels your frequency. When you look at a stranger with the eyes of oneness, you are feeding their soul. The infinite garden responds to your light. As you become more conscious, your internal garden becomes a paradise, and that paradise starts to spill over into the physical world. You find that you need less stuff from the outside because you have so much light on the inside. You become a light bearer for the whole planet. You are the sun, and your job is to keep the garden warm with your love. 5. Planting the divine blueprint. The final point of the infinite garden is the power of the divine blueprint. In the world, we have been told that the earth is dying and that the future is dark. This is a fear blueprint that people are imaging every day. But as co-creators with the source, we have the power to design a different future. We can use our imagination to see the world as a flourishing, healthy, and united garden. We can see a future where every person has enough, where the air is sweet, and where all creatures live in peace. This is the highest form of inner work. It is the act of planting seeds of light in the mental soil of the planet. Every time you imagine a healed earth, you are nourishing the blueprint of oneness. You are telling the great life, this is the garden I want to live in. Through mind cleaning, we refuse to believe in the pest of doubt and despair. We stay focused on the growth. We realize that the source is infinite, and it can heal any disease of the world if we provide the right image. Living consciously means acting according to that new blueprint today. We don't wait for the world to be perfect before we start acting like it is. We start tending the garden right where we are. We plant a small tree. We save a small bee. We say a kind word. These are micro seeds that grow into macro realities. You are the master gardener. You have been given the tools of will, understanding, and love. When you use these tools to nourish the world, you find that the garden nourishes you back. You find that you are never lonely, never poor, and never afraid. You are at home in the infinite garden of the One. You are the flower, the seed, and the gardener. You are the life that never dies, growing forever in the heart of the source. As we close this hour, I want you to feel your feet on the floor. Imagine roots going down from your feet into the heart of the earth. Feel the one green breath moving through you. The world is not a place you are on. It is a life you are in. You are the garden. Treat yourself with love, and you treat the earth with love. Thank you for tending the garden. Thank you for being part of the world. I will see you in the next video. Stay in the growth. Stay in the peace. Stay in the one. If you are ready to nourish the world, please subscribe and share this video. Let's grow the garden together.